Tell her I send her the butterflies. Tell her I send her the butterflies.
I have a tattoo on my foot.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell. That's his sign to you. No wonder why. Listen, your loved ones tell me to say this random shit. I don't know what the hell it means. So please know that, first of all, your dad is right behind you, because he said to me, Matt, you've got to come to my daughter. You've got to come to my daughter. And he says that he's laughing, by the way, because your father goes, Matt, I would have never believed in this shit here in this world. He said, I would have never believed in talking to a medium, connecting with the other side. He goes, and I can't believe that my daughter is dragging me to see you right now. Because his soul goes where you go. First of all, I have to tell you, your father tells me that, first of all, it's very hard for you to talk to him through me like this. And right away when I'm connecting with him, he said, Matt, there are still questions over my passing, how I had died, and what had actually happened to me. And that's why my daughter's here. Do you understand that? This was just a recent passing when I'm connecting with your father. Because he tells me he hasn't been gone over there all that long. And he says to me, Matt, I've been waiting, he says, to deliver this message to my daughter to give her some answers of what was happening. Because the moment I start connecting with your loved ones, right, they'll put me back in their body and show me what they experienced here in this world. And when I'm connecting with your father, he showed me that he had problems in multiple parts of his body here in the physical world. But he says, Matt, he goes, I was as strong as a tank here in this world. He says, my family always laughs about this. He said, him being your parents, you never felt like you had to worry. Because even though your dad had all of these issues, you never thought in a million years that he would have died so unexpectedly and so quickly. Do you understand that? Now, I know when I'm connecting with your father, he was hard-headed here in this world. Because he keeps saying to me, Matt, I had seen every doctor known to man. He says, I hated doctors here in this world. I didn't want to go. He says, but the one thing that I wish, he says, is I wish that I took better care of my health here in this world. Because literally, he tells me that you always were worried about your father. And you're always like, Dad, are you okay? Dad, you're not looking too good. Dad, are you sure everything's fine? When I'm connecting with him, I got to tell you this. This man shows me that he had constant infections here in this world when I'm connecting with him. Because he keeps telling me, Matt, it was in my blood. It was in my blood. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And that's what happened when he had died here in the physical world. He actually tells me that he was not being truthful with you about all that he was feeling and all that was going on with him. And I have to tell you something. Your dad's coming through right now because he said to me, Matt, you need to tell my daughter that I'm sorry. He says, I wish that I would have been more open and honest with what I was feeling and what I was experiencing in my body. But he's also coming through for a reason. Because you feel like your dad didn't get a chance at living here in this world through this. He talks about the fact, right? He keeps telling me about a procedure in my ear. So was he going in for a procedure or was he having a procedure done?
He had cancer.
Okay. Know that your father's coming through for one reason. He says to me, Matt, please tell my daughter that I wasn't going to make it through this. He says, all of these years of being sick, of having different things, of having different problems, he tells me that this took a real big toll on his body. And what's really sad is when I'm connecting with your dad, I don't believe it was the cancer that killed him. I believe there was another infection that was going on at the same time through him. So listen, was your dad sick with cancer? Absolutely. But he also tells me, Matt, she wasn't expecting because I was fighting this every single day and I died fighting. That's what he tells me. So he's coming through to you right now for one reason. First of all, he's whispering in my ear and saying, tell her I send her the butterflies. Tell her I send her the butterflies. So do you see butterflies that remind you of him?
I have a tattoo on my foot.
Shut the hell up. So you got a tattoo of a butterfly after your dad's passing?
Yeah.
Shut the hell. That's his sign to you. No wonder why. Listen, your loved ones tell me to say this random shit. I don't know what the hell it means. So know that when your dad died and you got that butterfly tattoo, it's his way of just acknowledging that in spirit and letting you know one thing. He says, Matt, love can never separate us. He says, I need my daughter to know that every day that goes by, I am there and with her. And he says to me, slow the hell down in the car. He tells me when I'm connected with him that you drive like a crazy person. He says, can you tell her to relax? And this just goes to show you that he's still your dad in heaven. He has not changed. He said, and Matt, the one thing that I need my daughter to know is you feel like you did not get a proper goodbye with your father. He shows me you rushing to see him and missing his passing. He says, and she regrets that every day. Your father just said to me, Matt, how can she regret that? My daughter was there every single moment. He goes, she gave up so much of her life just to be there with me. He goes, and all she keeps thinking about is that last day. Do you know a secret? Your father said to me, that's not what's important to me. What's important was about all the times you put your life on hold to be there. Your father's going to tell you something right now. He goes, Matt, I loved my daughter, but I didn't listen to my daughter. He says, and we were doing things my way, not her way, he said. So I need you to know this. Your father said to me, I wasn't passing until you were gone. So you didn't miss a thing. He says, you know how much I love you. I know how much you loved me. Even though you feel like you didn't get a goodbye, he says, it was never a goodbye. It's I'll see you later, because this is proof and validation that I am with you every single day.